Welcome back, everybody, to the Sharpshooter Sports Talk. I'm your humble and gracious host, Mr. Brinsky Sharp, on the ones, the twos, the threes, the fours, and the fives, and the six. Appreciate everybody up in the house tonight, man. Appreciate everybody up in the house. Sorry for the slight delay. Didn't know I was going to go live tonight with the fellas, but hey, man, we here. We make things happen over here, so I'm glad they decided to come up here and hang out, and we can get these last predictions on this Alabama. Oh man, this background music is so loud. But my fault. I'm just trying to get this all right. But get these last minute predictions in for everybody, man. What's going on with everybody? Make sure y'all please hit that like and subscribe button. Show your love to the channel. Tell a friend to come on over here. But before we get into it, y'all already know, got to introduce the guys. My main man, the David Ruffin of all podcasting, the man with the gold mic that everybody loves to see. Everybody's favorite Auburn fan, Mr. Controversy with these SEC rankings every week, causing chaos. Our friend, good old Tez. What's going on, brother?
Man, what's going on? I appreciate the introduction, man. Feeling pretty good. How you feeling?
And I'm good. I'm good, man. And of course, and the crowd goes wild.
The crowd goes wild.
And of course, the OG of us all, man, always giving us great wisdom, great advice, man. Mr. Jackson State's own, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. NFZ, Coach Al. What's going on, my brother?
Hey, Brinsky, my brother, Tez, my brothers, man. Always good to hook up with you guys. You know, the iron sharpens iron, right? And we get together, it just happens. And that's where the magic happens with the show, man. And that's why I'm so humble to be a part of this, man. You know, I'm so humble to be a part. So I appreciate you.
Oh yeah, man. That's what I said, man. I'm glad that I even know you, man. So that's a blessing in this for real. I promise you. Yeah. But man, appreciate everybody that's up in here, man. Let me see who all up in here. Steven, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Keith, up in the chat. Roll Tide to you. Kim, what's going on? What's going on? Nick, I see you, brother. I see y'all made y'all way over here, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to the piano, man. Nitra, good to see you. Roll Damn Tide. We got to go in there and beat them Bulldogs. Who else we got in here? Of course, we got LaToya with the $5 super chat already, man. Appreciate you always, man. Like I tell you, you always got to be grateful for people want to get a time and money to you. That means they truly support you. So, and I try not to take advantage of that, man. So I'm so grateful that y'all always do these small things. It's big things, but man, just doing that is major, man. So I definitely appreciate that. She said, roll tide, y'all. Branson, keep doing what you do. I appreciate it always. Who else we got up in here?
Ephraim's up in here, man.
You said Ephraim?
Ephraim's up in here.
Oh yeah, I'm making my way down. And Nick just became a member again or whatnot, man. Appreciate you, my brother. Thank you. That's what I said, man. Thank you. That's what I said. I'm strolling down, y'all. I started from the top and making my way down town. Dwight, what's going on, brother? Sharp Squad. Y'all already know, man. We handing out fades and everything. Which fade we handing out? We handing out the Tim fade, or when it comes to them hands, which one? I don't know. Mimi, what's going on? Roll Tide to you. Roll Tide to you. What's going on? Who else we got up in here? And I'm still strolling down. Our good brother James Rich is up in the building. Oh, HBTFD. I'm trying to think. How about those? Oh man, get out of here. It's roll time, man. I'm good at this type stuff. I can figure that stuff out quick, man. I'm like, man, get out of here, man. It's all about the tide. You already know it's all about the tide.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. You almost got me. Emerald, what's going on, man? He said, I'm here. Oh, man, you are definitely here, my brother. Appreciate you being here. Double L up in the building.
Very large, man.
Larry, what's going on, man? What's going on, man? We talking ball tonight, man. We talking ball tonight. I tried to save some time so we can get Coach Shawn in here. He can break down with Coach Al. Dr. 334, what's going on, brother? What's going on? What's going on? Good to see you. John, what's going on with you, man? Good to see you come over here, man. Roll damn tide. Like I said, man, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Appreciate all y'all coming over here. And man, let's get right on into it. Hold on, Big Dean, what's going on, man? He said roll tide. Not the roll, but roll. Oh man, I know what you meant, man. Trust me, it's definitely a typo. But yeah, man, that time of the year.
Actually, it's kind of genius when you think about it.
Yeah,
when you think about it.
Yeah, the Villa roll, the upset roll.
Yeah,
I don't care if that roll.
Sure, man. Like I said, man, it's that time of the year again, man. Alabama, Georgia, and it's about to be. It's to the point, man. I'm just ready for the game. I get tired of the breakdowns and all that type stuff, man. But it's probably thank God it's the last one. The people want to show, you got to give the people what they want. But man, it's gonna be a big one. Got Kirby Smart against Kellen DeBoer Part 2. Man, it's not gonna be as anticipated as it was last year, but trust me, last year was at an all-time high. You can't go no higher than that. It's just a notch under that. Got the quarterbacks, new quarterbacks in there. Pretty much a whole new defense for Georgia. Can Georgia come out there and show Bama what they can do, or Alabama gonna step up to the plate? I don't know, man. But of course, we're gonna start with the OG, and wherever you go with it, man, that's where we'll just go. I have no script for tonight, man. We just going.
Yeah.
So wherever we go, we gonna land.
Yeah, we just talking ball, right?
Man. So wherever we go.
I tell you what, Brisky, man, I've been just tearing myself apart, man. I'm not really good at picking, okay? But my gut tells me about things. That's how I coach. That's how I play this and everything. I'm instinctive about it, And this game is a tough one to call because the teams are so polar opposite, man. They all got warts. Both of these teams got warts. Piano Man showed this morning. We were talking a little bit. I'm saying, what if Bama doesn't lose the game at FSU? And they're still ranked like 7 or 8. People, keep talking about hype. But the thing about it is, each team, look, if you go and start looking at some of the stat breakdowns, Georgia can't rush the passer. We can't rush the passer. Okay? Georgia don't sack the quarterback. We don't sack the quarterback. Okay? I mean, you just start looking at stat after stat. You start breaking it down and say, okay, how does this thing play out? It's just some intangibles that I came up with. That one, if you look at penalties in a game like this, and I'd say the most overlooked stat is pre-snap penalties when you're on the road. False starts, all that stuff. It kills momentum. It just totally kills, especially from an offensive perspective. I would much rather have a team with a hellacious defense, because the crowd is usually quiet when their offense is on the field. So that means you can make defensive checks and you can communicate a lot better. and you can create better field position opportunities for your offense to have shorter fields, to have some explosives to kind of capitalize, and that's one of the things I see in this game. Our defense has got to carry us, man. I know that's not one of our so-called strong suits, but if you look at total defense, we're ranked slightly ahead of Georgia, surprisingly. That may shock a lot of people, but go to the stats. It's there. The stat that the polar opposite, Tez, I was looking at this thing and blew me away, is that if you look at Alabama in terms of what we do with our passing game versus Georgia's defensive pass defense, it's just the opposite of Alabama's defense versus Georgia's defense. I think we're ranked like 100 and something rushing defense. If you look at our third down possession kind of thing, we're horrible. We're ranked in the hundreds. We can't get off the field. So to me, man, I think it's going to come down to can we, one, get away pre-snap penalties? Can we get to that, affect their quarterback? And can our defense get off the field? There's more I can add, but this is the opening kind of statement. There's some things that we could talk about. We could drill down to what are the matchups on our defensive line versus their offensive line. We could talk about that. How their running backs can be utilized, versus our running backs, to be effective. All those things are on the table that makes a difference. Coaching staffs. That's a matchup there, right there. How does Bobo match up with Kane Warner? Okay. Yeah. So we can talk about it all, but I've been taking a deep dive into this one. Okay. And I won't give you my I won't put it out there right now how I feel about this game. I'll wait. I wait to hear what Ted's got to say.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ted. Say how you feel.
I'm just laughing at the chat, man, booing Auburn.
Oh yeah, man, you got to boo.
Hey, if I ever come on here and Steve does not boo Auburn immediately after he speak to me, I know something's wrong. I know something's wrong that day, man. So this game, like Coach Al said, man, is very, very evenly matched. It's very, very evenly matched. It's a tough game that, like, the odds makers got it at 3.5. But probably by game time, I expect it to be a pick 'em, actually. But man, it's very, very evenly matched. Both quarterbacks have thrown the exact same amount of passes, believe it or not. Which doesn't seem like the case, because it seems like Georgia's ran the ball a bit more than y'all have. Which they probably have by possession, but it's very evenly matched. So I think this game comes down to coaching.
Yeah.
Coaching. This has got to be the game. Like I said before, this has got to be a game where Kellen DeBoer makes an adjustment to win this football game. Because that's what Georgia does. They see what you do in the first half, and then they turn the faucet off in the second half. They did it to Tennessee when they played them. They did it to you guys last year. Kellen DeBoer, I'm not gonna just put it on him, because we always get the coach all the blame, but it's a whole staff. This staff has not shown offensively the ability to adjust mid-game. It's once they commit to something, they commit to it and go down with the ship. I'm telling you that's not going to work against Georgia, just by virtue of how they play football. It's an interesting matchup though, because it seems like Georgia wants to run the ball downhill, a lot of 2 tight end, a lot of 3 tight end. Whereas Alabama looks pretty surgical with Ty Simpson throwing the ball in the last 2 weeks. So they obviously want to put the ball in the air. The receivers matchup is, it's about even. I would say. You do have certain players have gravity, right? That's what Zachariah Branch is one of those players. What I mean by that is, no matter where he had on the field, you got to pay attention to him. You have to commit resources to this player. Brian Williams is the same type of player. Now, you may have some criticism about him not going over the middle and things like that, but you better believe if you leave the middle of the field wide open and Brian Williams is wide open in the middle of your defense, you finna have some problems. Like you have to he's athletic enough. I'm not even say athletic enough. He's a superior athlete that you have to pay attention to. You have to commit resources to this kid. So that whole dynamic is going to be an interesting matchup. I do want to see how y'all hold up against the run. Right? If they're relentless and running the ball downhill, I want to see how you guys are going to hold up against the run, how the second unit looks. Are the young guys going to come in and step up and spell these guys? Because you have to have some bodies to hold up against a run game like that. And Mike Bobo, Mike Bobo is pretty simple as an offensive coordinator until he's not. It's like it's like he runs a very, very simple game plan, and then out of nowhere, he just calls some, like I think they called it reverse in that Tennessee game. It just came out of nowhere. It's like I didn't even know he had that in his bag. It's gonna be interesting, man. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. But yeah, I think the main thing is the ability on offense to adjust. Like once because they gonna turn the faucet off in the second half. This is what they do, We figure out what the game plan is, and we change, and then it's just a matter at that point of can you make an adjustment? Like, okay, they're doing this now, or they're shutting down the run, or if we're whatever it is that's working. Do we have a plan B?
Hey Tez,
and
I tell you, since we talking ball, so that's something you always as a play caller. You always got to have that counter,
right?
To whatever that defense is doing to you, and then a counter to that, because they're going to adjust. And personally, one of the things I would like to see Bama do to counter Georgia offensively, now that you have Jam Miller back, is to have him and Kevin Riley in the backfield at the same time. What am I saying? Okay. So if I got a 2-back set, all right, now who has coverage responsibility for each one?
Right.
And now I'm looking for a matchup now as to who can I pick on in space. Now, right. So now I don't care if Kirby's blitzing the star, out of the slot, trying to bring pressures, if we got 2 backs in, then somebody's isolated on a linebacker one-on-one. That's a big play waiting to happen. Can Georgia roll the dice with that? I wouldn't pull that out to the second half myself. You know what I mean? That's the guy. That's who I am. I hadn't seen, you hadn't seen it all year long.
Right.
Now you got Jam back who can hurt you out the backfield. Riley's making catches, that receivers make, and he's done that. Okay, in the biggest games, and Ty's fitting the ball. So, those are things that if it was me, I would be doing that to Kirby, because Kirby is a master at bringing these simulated pressures and things like that. Well, if you want to do that, I'm gonna make you defend both of these backs out the backfield, and I'm gonna try to play 5-on-5 up front and hope nobody loses till the ball gets out of his hand. But like both of those guys, both of those guys have shown that they can run routes out the backfield. That's a problem for the defense.
It is.
And you got our 3 guys, our 3-headed monster with our receivers. Okay, I like that stack up.
Right.
I like that attack. But one other thing that surprised me is this: yards per carry. Yards per carry, close.
Yeah.
Now mind you, they have more attempts than us, but yards per carry are yards per carry. It doesn't look like
I wouldn't be surprised if you see some Ty Simpson using his legs in this game. I think he's a very underrated athlete. People don't know how good of an athlete he is.
He is definitely the passer. Like he's passing.
He's a passer. But
you want to see him use his legs, like when it's nothing there. Like if you know you can get these 5 yards, man, shoot, run and go get them 5 yards. And worry about what's next, man. And then what? Go ahead.
No, Ty. One thing I would say about him that I've seen him do in the last couple of games is fit throws. In SEC, the line of demarcation between a really good SEC quarterback and an SEC quarterback is the ability to fit throws. And that's what Nick Saban would do. He would play sticky defense and force you to make the tough throws in the tight spaces. And Ty has shown he could do that. Georgia's quarterback hasn't shown he could do that. He's done it to some degree, but not to the extent that we've seen Ty demonstrate that he could do. Because what happened with Tennessee early on, Tennessee was playing a lot of zone behind it early in the game. Then they start stacking the box and leaving their DBs one-on-one with Georgia receivers. They start getting toasted. So the quarterback has more room, to throw the football instead of trying to throw it in the tight zone spaces, and layer the ball. I haven't seen their quarterback do that to the extent that our quarterback is doing. And that could be a factor in the game because early in the Tennessee game, Stockton threw one right into Tennessee's linebacker's hand, went right through his hand. That was a huge momentum swing early in the game where I think it was 21-7. It could have been easily, 24-7, 28-7. That's a different ball game. Not to mention what's in the quarterback's head now, throwing a pick.
Right.
Ty hasn't thrown any picks. He hasn't turned the ball over. He's taking care of the rock. Okay, so I think that's where we have a decided advantage, demonstrated what we've seen so far this year.
That's what I said, man. Go ahead, Tim. My fault.
No, I was just about to say it's crazy that Ty Simpson is 64 for 89, 9 touchdowns. Gunnar Stockton 63 for 89, 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So they've had the same amount of opportunities to put the ball in the air.
Put the ball up, yeah. And that's the thing, both of them had tough road games. So they both know what that pressure kind of feels like, in tough environments. Okay, and it's their first year starting. Okay.
I think Ty Simpson threw more passes against Florida State than he did in the last 2 games combined.
Yeah, that's right.
I think he threw like 43, passes in that game.
He had 46 attempts in the first game. He sure did.
So he's got 89. Yeah, if he got 89, he's thrown for more attempts in that game than the last 2 combined. Which is,
I tell you something that jumped out at me though, guys. Is our red zone defense. I think we're like 101, 101st, and I have to look at the stats, but I got it here. But it jumped out at me and said, "Oh, wait a second. What if in Georgia's red zone defense is top 10? I think something like that. It's way up there. So, Kirby might be like, okay, we'll give you some explosives, you get some, but when you get in the red zone, we're gonna force you to kick field goals.
Yeah.
We can't trade.
All good defenses do.
That we can't do.
We can't do that.
We got to score.
Yeah, we got to score touchdowns. Okay,
touchdowns. Thank you.
Yeah, and I think this too. We got to double limit explosives. Explosives have a tendency to demoralize a defense because you see the guy's back his jersey, his name on the back of his jersey, man. You get tired of seeing that. Now you start taking chances with your defense, right? To stop those explosives. So that means you're getting a lighter box. Okay, so now that opens up the playbook for the play caller. So I suspect we'll take some shots early to try to get. We have to play ahead in this game. In fact, the teams, if you look at this stat, the teams that are first to 30 in this whole series is undefeated. But
that's a hell of a stat.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting.
How about that? And check this out. We've averaged 23 points per game on the road.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Definitely can't win with 23 points. And I think that Oklahoma game was a big part of why that Oklahoma and Michigan game, why a lot of those points went down. But those were like the last 2 bad road game outside of the Florida State loss. But let me get this.
We didn't score that much in Vandy last year either, right?
No, we scored like 40 something in Vandy, but the prop. I think so. Somebody,
Yeah, help me out here.
Check, but it was close. It was close to 40. We was definitely in the 30s because we had to come back.
I think it was like 38-41, something like that, if I can remember correctly.
Okay. Yeah.
Definitely shout out to Ann for the $4.99. Appreciate you for always showing love, man. Appreciate all of you up in the chat. If you just making up in here, hit that like and subscribe button. And definitely, man, put y'all opinions in the chat, man. We here. Y'all make the show fun, man. I don't like when people just in here just to be in here.
It's 35 to 40.
35 to 40. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, we was close. Yeah. I thought it was 40. Yeah. 40 something like it was something close, but I knew we didn't lose by a lot. But we fought.
I tell you something, this is gonna be an interesting game for a lot of reasons, man, because you factor in Grubb, as the guy actually. I haven't really been disappointed with his play calling this year. He's kind of taken what the defense is giving him and played to that. I do think they've been somewhat basic in the running game because one, Jam is out. And I think that you say, I love the term you use, Tez, with gravity. The player has gravity. What if you took Saquon Barkley off the Eagles?
It's a whole nother team.
What did you take? Team. I mean, yeah, it's a whole different team. It's a whole different way they play offense.
Yeah.
Okay. In a lesser sense, you take Bijan Robinson for the Atlanta Falcons, here in my hometown. Those guys are difference makers, man. Yeah. Now, Jam was trending toward to be that guy, so much so that Justice Haynes left and went to Michigan. A guy of his stature and talent would not leave Alabama if he didn't think he could be the man next year. But he's side by side with Jam. Jam he's a versatile player. He can pick up the blitz, he can catch it at the backfield, he can run over you, he can run past you, he can lead you. And what you do with your scheme up front with blocking might change with a guy like that in the backfield. Okay. Riley's about 190 pounds. 195.
He looked a lot heavier than that.
Jam is 220. Okay. And he has great balance contact. All right. So now he hits the hole. Riley gets tackled. Jam breaks the tackle. Riley goes for 4 yards, 5 yards. Jam goes for 7 yards. Okay. And even what you do up front with your blocking. So factor in Jaden Roberts, bringing him back in. Factor in Mike Carroll. His ability to pass pro better than other guy out there. And so we could see some things in this game that we haven't seen, is what I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say. Where Georgia has been pretty good with injuries, we've seen their whole bag of tricks because they had to come back from Tennessee. I really don't think they've seen our whole bag of tricks and a new play caller with all of his quivers in his bow. Okay. And knowing that this is a must-win game for us. This is a must-win game for us. Georgia can drop them. We can't afford to drop them. Okay.
Yeah,
it's tough if you lose this one.
Yeah, it'll be definitely tough if we lose it. That's why I say it'll be a lot of making up that we have to do. But Alabama can't afford to lose this game because the possibility you got to play Vanderbilt, then you got to play Missouri, LSU, Tennessee, Oklahoma, and we see how even going down to Jordan Hare at Auburn, man, none of these games are guaranteed. That's why I was like, man, it looked like I kept saying a maybe game. I wish I had footage of what I was saying for like the games that we was breaking out, like maybe here, maybe we can get a W here, something like that, yada, yada, yada. It's like, it's going to be a lot, man. So I just want them guys to play as loose as they possibly can because we got to think about it, man. It's a possibility we can lose, but it's a possibility we can win. It's just one of those games. I think it's so it's so evenly matched. It's so evenly matched, man. You just got to watch out, man. I feel like keys in the game. Which quarterback's going to play better? and who's going to run the ball the best. I believe our secondary guys are better than their wide receivers. I don't believe their secondary guys are better than our wide receivers. So we're going to have to make plays when we got them, and we have a guy that can give them the ball. That's the best thing about it. We love Jalen, and Jalen is super athletic, but sometimes Jalen can miss those critical passes. Like, he'll probably look at his first couple of reads, maybe, and then he'll probably take off. But that third read was probably wide open. And Ty won't miss those type passes, especially if he has time. And Ty's a rhythm quarterback, so man, if he's in rhythm, oh man, he's gonna zip it. And definitely, hopefully, Ryan is out there catching it, especially in those, because I know he's been dropping a couple of passes. He's been dropping a few of them this year, but you want in these big games, man, you need to catch if it's there. Especially if it's on a crucial down, like third down or something. Oh, it's a 3rd and 5. And if you catch this ball, one, we got the first down, and you may get some of them yak yardage. You got to take advantage. You don't want to, you want to take advantage of all mistakes, and you don't want to let up, because clearly we could have lost last year because we let up. We was trying, at first we were just the aggressors. And then we were just playing not to lose at the end. Playing not to lose, that's how our team always come back.
Yeah, Womack did do that last year, the second half. I mean,
he did.
Defense, yeah. You know, one thing about you said something about Ty being a rhythm passer, right? And don't you think Kirby knows that?
Okay. Yeah.
So expect a ton of pressures early in the game, get him off his spot. Expect a ton of pressures, and I'm not talking about just Mike and backer X kind of stuff or running a star off the slot, that kind of thing. Expect some bear fronts. In other words, what I'm trying to say is an overload to one side, and then a twist, just to get our guys. And that what that's going to do is get maybe quick pressure to Ty, to get him off that first read. Because one thing that I've seen in some of the tape, and especially the Florida State game, even I think in the Wisconsin game, he had Lassier Brooks on a corner route and he came off of him too quick. So Ty goes through his progressions, but you can go through your progressions too quick before the route develops. Okay. And I think, again, another game on his belt like that, him going back and looking at tape, you can go and correct that based on the defense that you're seeing. You got to trust your eyes on this. But you can best believe that Kirby is not going to, or he's going to attempt to not allow our quarterback to get in a rhythm early on, because if he does, that can set up the run game for us, because they got to expose themselves more in the back end and create a lighter box. So expect early pressure, expect some traps to try to force them into early INTs and turn the ball over to capture momentum. You can expect that from Kirby Smart.
What's funny, Coach? You said something about Jan Miller earlier.
Yeah.
So before the season, I see him this season on the game just so I can see how accurate the EA predicted the seasons at the end of the year.
Yep.
And I tell you guys, Alabama went 8-5 in that season. And then when at the end of the year, I was like, well, how did that happen? Jan Miller got hurt for the season, the beginning of the year.
Bam. There you go.
So even this video game thinks that he's a very, very important part of you guys. Now, is he 100% healthy? He's not on the injury report at all. So that usually tells you that he's at least, I'd say at least 85%. So I don't know if he can have an impact. If you guys can run the football, man, this becomes a very different challenge for Kirby Smart. If it just relies on Ty Simpson, then and you guys are one dimensional, it's going to be a much more difficult task. But if you can get that run game going, particularly with the running backs, I mean, handing the ball off out of the backfield, and you can marry that with the pass, man, you give yourself a whole lot better chance in this football game. Because right now it's like a clash of styles. You got one team that wants to just run the ball, and the other team seemingly wants to just pass the ball. So,
and
it's gonna be interesting.
I think one of the most interesting games that we've seen so far is that Tennessee game. We seen how they just came out on Georgia, and they were just lighting them up, man. They were just lighting them up. I think the only thing that we need to do in this game, if we come out the same way, which I hope, is once things start to slow down, if they slow down, like, man, you got to adjust, because that means Kirby figured it out, what you're doing. Because that's what slowed Tennessee down a lot. They didn't know, like, I didn't see any real adjustments for real, because I was like, man, this Joey Aguilar guy it's pretty amazing. And then they made him look pretty normal.
He started playing keep away. They started running the football.
That's right. He sure did.
The comeback didn't happen. It looked like it happened by defense, but what happened was they started running the football, keeping that offense out the field. Now, every single drive from Tennessee matters.
Yeah.
In the first half, it's not that important. You know what I mean? You up 28, but once a team puts 7 on you and they take 5-6 minutes off the clock, it starts getting late in the half. You get the ball back, all of a sudden, 3 and out, 3rd and long. These drives go fast. Those drives end up being a lot more important than they are when you up in a team is just going 3 and out and giving you the ball back. And Kirby understood immediately, like, if I want to win this football game, I'm going to have to commit to the run. They can't really seemingly stop the run. I can keep that offense on the side. They're killing us, and on top of that, I can put my team at the end of this game and give us a chance to win. And once it's even, once the score is even, then you start to see that's when you start Gunner Stockton starting to take the shots in the end zone. He threw that wheel route to the corner of the end zone, beautiful pass. But you didn't see that until he was able to get back in the game via the run game. I tell people, like, man, a lot of teams, they get up in these games, man, or get down in these games 21-0, 28-0, and I think they think you got to get it back 1 point at a time. Like, football's not a game like that. It's about possessions. You get 6 points for a touchdown. All you have to do is put the ball in the end zone, get a stop, and next thing you know, becomes a football game again.
And
then the pressure goes to the team with the lead, because now they can't just sit on the ball. You got to score. You got to do something.
And then the one thing, my fault.
No, I'm done. I'm just saying. So you got to run the football.
The one thing that I believe from, like, Kirby's team, man, they are used to being uncomfortable. They used to being uncomfortable. They're comfortable being uncomfortable. So, and I remember watching the game, man, like, you don't see nothing, like, it was like, oh, okay. It was like a normal day. Like, oh, okay. We in the first quarter or first and second quarter, we down 21-7. Oh, okay. Yeah, we score right here, or we stop them right here, we get the ball back. We know we can eventually score, especially when you're dealing with a certain team that don't have that mentality. I don't think Tennessee has that mentality against Georgia. It's just like Kirby's in Josh Heupel's head, man. Like, you just can't get over that hump, man. Like, I just can't. I don't know what to do with this guy. So, man, they are very comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah, I love that about them, though. I mean, we're Bama fans and everything like that, but we also are football guys, man. I give them props for that. Poise is something, man, and defense does travel. And if you go look at, like I said again, like I said earlier, I would much rather have a defensive team than an offensive team. And I'm an offensive guy, because I know if I could stop you and make you one-dimensional, I can take your crowd out the game. That's going to give my offense a little bit more, especially on the road. It's going to give my offense a chance to make checks, because, what Grubb does, he has a pro kind of scheme as far as how he calls the game. He always give Ty 2 plays going to the line. And you can see some of that in the Florida State game, really. They were trying to make checks, and that led to some of the pre-snap penalties. I think that early on in this game, you won't see that because we can't allow those early pre-snap penalties to kill momentum and kill drives. We get second and short, and also we got a false start. Now we're 2nd and 8. That's a different play call, man. It's a whole different
you can't beat yourself in this game.
You cannot. Can't. And if you look at the penalties per team, Georgia ranks top 5 in the penalties per game, like 3.3 penalties per game. How many false starts did you see against Georgia at Tennessee with over 100-some thousand people? Versus how many false starts and penalties did you see to us down at Doak Campbell? Those are telling stats that we're not disciplined enough to play on the road. So or maybe this one play call up at the line, get the snap and go until you lock into the game. That's one thing that happens with Kirby. They don't panic, like you said, Brisky. They don't panic, man. And they get a chance to lock in. That's the real thing about ball. You got to settle into the game. I could go on and on, but can our defense settle in, lock in, and disguise some stuff to cause Gunnar Stockton some looks that he hadn't seen?
That was it, man. It's gonna be really, really interesting. Yeah. I know we got some more people coming through. Y'all just be patient with them. They're gonna come in here. I think I just seen somebody. I don't know who posted. I'm trying to stroll back up to it, Ted. Somebody asked, said, have y'all ever played at College Station before?
Oh yeah, plenty of time. Yeah, we won there.
Oh, Auburn, you mean?
Yeah. We've done fairly well against Texas A&M. It's the one team we've been able to beat during this downtime. So yeah, we played there. It's done fairly well, surprisingly.
But defense travels.
I do want to ask you something, Coach. Real quick. Yeah. And we talked about this before, but okay, you know how we're analyzing this game, right? And we're saying what each offense needs to do. And this is maybe from a defensive perspective, but more so from an offensive perspective is what I'm talking about. And we, as fans, we say, well, they need to run more screens. They need to run more this. They need to run more that. And it's kind of obvious for us looking at it on TV to see what they need to do. How realistic is it if you don't have those type of plays in your repertoire to just drum that up in a week's time and get it ready for a team? Wow. Because it's easy for us to say it, you know what I'm saying? Because we all look at the games they need to run more speed sweeps. But what if they don't do that?
We got all the answers.
Yeah. So how, can you talk about that for a little bit?
Sure, I can definitely talk about that, man. Let me see. Can I reach back? I have a play sheet here. Okay. So what I was going to try to show something is a play sheet that I have. And what that play sheet is, it gives you a couple of things. It's two-sided. It gives you the type of play, okay? Whether that's powers, whether that's leads, whether that's counters. It gives you passes, okay? It gives you left hash, right hash. It gives you different things. And what you do when you build an offensive system, you don't want it to have any holes. Mm-hmm. Okay? So at this level, especially a multiple offense like that came one that the Grubbs run and the board runs, everything's in there. That would be tunnel screens. That would be quick screens. That would be drive concepts. That would be shallow concepts. That would be different type of floods, overloads, the kind of concepts in the passing game. That would be all kind of Texas route and option routes to the backside, the backfield. Because when you can create matchup problems with the back, so your play sheet should have all of that. So you should have any holes in your offensive scheme to attack, because we got we got to be able to attack. And that's why you see different type receivers and body types, different types of tight ends and body types, different type of backs and what they do in their skill sets, so that it'll plug into your offense. So what you do, you rep them in that in practice. You know what I mean? So no, you don't draw nothing up. And you certainly don't install it this week and run it unless it's some kind of gadget play that's a derivative of what you've done. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, where it's what you're doing. If you take jet motion or orbit motion, for instance, and you're trying just to see how the defense reacts to the motion, all right, and how they want to play it. They may roll to the strength of the formation in terms of the number of receivers on one side. And you know, typically that, you know, if they do that, it's a tendency. So that week you say, hey, here's a tag to the play call that will hit something backside. It's a breaking of a tendency. So typically what you do, this is kind of early with a bye week, but you tend to self-scout and you look at tendencies and analytics to break tendencies. That's how teams scout you and exploit you. So I personally don't like to put anything in 1 week and then run it the same week, because the pressure is bound to blow up. You know, you can run it in practice all week long, but when you get in the game, adrenaline, speed of the game, that's a turnover waiting to happen. I'll run it a week or two before the game and see, can we rep it and rep it and rep it. I may not even call it in the next game, but we'll still keep running it till everybody gets accustomed to the timing of it all, what they're looking for, even the surprises of what they hadn't seen in terms of looks, so we can still execute it. So does it answer your question?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I just know it's not as simple as we think it is.
No, it is not.
We just like
it's not. You don't enjoy the fan, bro.
We got all the answers for everything. That's why I would be like, man, when everybody be like, just so simple, just throw in somebody just because somebody else is playing bad. I'm like, it's not that simple. You may have a situation where this person can uplift the team and carry them to a win, but it's just not that simple. Just throwing somebody out there every time somebody does bad and they just automatically play good. The coaches see more than what we see on the week basis, so they know what is going on.
Yeah,
it's like they're making $6 million a year. You don't think they if they could execute these plays that they need at a high level, they wouldn't call them? Like, they know what works and what these players, you know, it's tough to call a play you seen players fumble or just not execute very well in practice all week and just think like, you know, say, this is what we need, but every time we run it, it's a turnover. So I get it.
That trust thing works two ways. I mean, players on the field have to trust each other that they got each other back, and the coaches have to trust the player to execute the play as called. You know, I mean, there's so much nuance to what we're talking, man. Listen, I think there was one route against Wisconsin, I think that Ryan Williams ran, and it was a basic dig route. I think he was out of the slot. He was in the right-hand side. It was a basic dig route. I have to go back and look. But what happened is this. It was an incomplete pass. Why? Because they rerouted him at the top of the route. So the timing of the play is Ty is just a little bit off because Ryan is not where he's supposed to be when he's supposed to. So people don't understand how much time it takes for a receiver to develop trust with the quarterback and vice versa, so he can trust that he's going to be there. And one prime example was in a Wisconsin game where Ty threw an out concept route to Derek Bernard, and he threw the ball before Bernard was out of his break, and the defensive tackle just planted Ty. He didn't even see the pass completed, but he trusted him, and the timing was there, and he was at the right depth. We didn't see a lot of that last year. That's why our passing game was very rudimentary, because it wasn't just the quarterback. It was the guys not being where they were supposed to be when they were supposed to be there. So, you know, it makes him look bad too, on top of all of that. So it results in an incomplete pass and a bad read. So it's more complicated than that.
I know. I just seen, I believe Crunson, he said, that being said, we need to put Carroll in for Foreman. I believe I put Michael Carroll in there too because he seemed like he's perfect for that right tackle, and he's just a freshman. I'm about to say he's literally been leading the way over there with Foreman. Just been struggling over there. And we continue to see the struggles even when he came in there last year. You could tell he wasn't ready. Michael Carroll just a natural, just coming in there and just taking over. That's why I said you have times like this where, but it's like it got to be special guys. You ain't just getting put on that field as a freshman,
right?
And just because you was a 5-star, like you see the difference. Like Pat Surtain got on that field freshman year. He was a starter day one. Minka, just guys like that. You're not Tyler Booker.
JC.
All those guys are freshmen. That's why I say sometimes it takes other guys. A lot of times, sometimes they come in highly rated, like Keon Keeley, and he's still trying to work his way on the field. Now he has an opportunity. I think with Latham being out, he can have his opportunity to show what he can do. So, man, you just got to step up when it's your time. Just be ready. And that's what Coach Saban used to preach all the time. Like, you may not be getting this stuff in, like getting your matter of fact, the perfect example for this, the two national championships against Georgia. One we won and one we lost. When we seen Jalen and them struggling in the first half, who did we bring out, Coach Al?
Tua.
We brought out Tua. Who else came out there?
Najee Harris.
Najee, Judy, Ruggs and them, Smitty.
Yep.
All those guys all year long.
Smitty. Yep, right.
All those guys,
right,
freshmen, came out there in the national championship game making plays. What was the difference when we played Georgia the second time and all those freshmen came out there? They wasn't ready. They was complaining about not getting reps. J-Mo was down. Mitchell was down. Now it's time for the freshmen to step up. Now they can't catch it.
That's right. You know, everything you're saying is right. Because Rep said it's a competition at right tackle. He said that. Yeah. You know, and Carroll, you look at him, the guy, he finishes plays to the whistle. He finishes his blocks. He's downfield blocking. He's an active body. Proctor goes pro next year. He probably will. I kind of expect Carroll to move over to the left tackle. To be honest with you, but that's down the road. But that's what a lot of guys like JC and those guys, they came in and played right tackle, and they moved to left tackle.
But I think we still got some guys. Hold on, before you go, Tez, because our guy just made it in here. Just had to show love. I seen him down there. I was just waiting for him to look up. But y'all already know, Mr. Alabama A&M and graduate. They homecoming is coming up soon. So this man, we gotta.
I'll be there.
We gotta.
I'll be there.
You said you gonna be there?
I'll be there.
Oh man. Oh well, Tez. Breaking news: Ted's gonna be at their homecoming. But man, we got to make sure we get him a lot of reps on these YouTube streets, because when it's homecoming week, man, ain't no telling where he may be out and about. But ladies and gentlemen, y'all welcome my friend, our friend, y'all friend, the man, the myth, the legend, Coach Shawn.
My brothers, I know I'm getting here late at the very end, bro.
Hey, what's going on,
man?
bro?
Oh, good.
Had to pick up my little one, man. Practice calls.
Oh, man, we was holding it down for you. It's all good, man.
Man, much love to Coach Al. Much love to Tez. Much love to my brother Brinsky. You know what I'm saying? What y'all boy do? Hey, you coming up here, Tez? Homecoming?
I'm gonna try to make it on the 11th.
Let me know, bro. Let me know. That whole week is gonna be. I got so many homeboys coming up here for everything that's going on that whole week, man. Let me know if y'all come up here, man. I got you covered, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, for sure, man.
Much love to everybody in the chat, man. I apologize for my tardiness.
Oh man, know it's all good.
Do what he had to do with the little one today.
I'm about to say, Coach Al was one that really one holding it down for all of us, man. Right. Just really just coming here dropping this knowledge like he always do. No surprise.
For sure, man.
I was actually about to ask Coach Al a coaching question, and now that you here.
No, go ahead. No, bro. You go ahead with my
give him the question. Give him the question.
No, it's actually relevant to the conversation that we was having about Carroll. What's his name? Carroll getting in over front.
Mike Carroll.
Okay. What is it? Am I missing something, or is like there's something fundamental about the right tackle position to where that's always the spot on the offensive line that seems like a revolving door and teams can't get right?
I mean, not really.
Like, when you look around, like I know us, we have that problem. And then when I look at other teams, it's like that right tackle spot, we can't kind of solidify it. It's almost like if you're good enough to play right tackle, if you're that good, we just slide you over to the left and we don't have one.
Well, I will say this, and Coach Al can feed more into this if you need. It's different playing right and left tackle. I mean, the hand placement, the foot placement, your kick slide step is opposite, you know. If you look at what's the big tackle we had? Went to the Giants, big 6'7".
Evan Neal.
If you remember, Evan was playing the opposite tackle. He went to the league and started playing the opposite, and he used to always have his feet backwards, you know. And I remember they used to get on him about that, and that's just, you know, you play something right side is this way, you play something left side is this way, your pass set is different, you know. But man, it's just a I mean, Coach Al can tell you just got to find guys that can play that side tackle. I mean, it's just a sheer thing of finding people that can play it, man. You know, I mean, the right tackle, believe it or not, don't even go against most of the time. They like to put the top pass rushers on the quarterback's blind side.
Yeah. Right.
So, you know, it's not a lot of lefties out there. You know what I mean? There are some, but not a lot of tools running around out there, man. So, you know, a lot of pass rushers can line up on both sides. But if you look at the kid from Texas, Anthony Hill, he's mostly coming against the left tackle, the blind side of the quarterback. So I think it's just me personally, I just think it's just a sheer fact of just finding a kid that can play it. We've had kids that can play it well. We've had great right tackles, man. We've had kids that were solid there, man. It's different nowadays, bro. You know, it's a lot of pass rushing is a big thing now, man. You know, now in 2025, to me, more than ever, even in high school, you see kids I can remember when I was coming up, if you was the best athlete, you probably played running back or receiver. Now they putting the best athletes at pass rusher, you know. It's just very difficult now, man. It's a passing game, and just like AAU basketball is spread. What they call it? Spread five. What is it? Spread five. Whatever it is. Football is just the same way, coming from 7-on-7. Not really 7-on-7, but on up. They teach pass rushing skills, man. The best player now is going out there especially if he got a little height and size on him, he going out there to that edge, you know, and long arms, man. Facts, man. Long arm can be in a little bit.
It's a faster way to affect the game, isn't it?
Well, they getting paid, and they getting paid nowadays.
They getting paid, yeah.
Because I know the guy I was telling y'all about, my young bull. Shout out to DJ. Man, he's starting slow at running back for his freshman year, but he played both sides and he's playing on the line. He is a terror right there.
What age?
I didn't know that. He's playing on the line.
Yeah, he's playing on the line, man. He is.
What age? Tuskegee High School.
4A.
4A. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's just causing havoc over there. I was like, he gonna catch up with running back. But I was like, man, you may have found your natural position right here, man. On this line, and you fast too.
Hey, Tez.
What's happening?
Yeah, just to follow up, man. You know, you take a guy who's 6'5", 320. He has a frame for a tackle, but he didn't have that twitch.
Facts.
Right. So who plays right tackle? Who plays left tackle? Guy with the twitch.
Okay,
like Shawn was saying, he's got to protect that quarterback's backside. So that means that most of the time he's going to be on the island.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a straight up 4-down look that he's going against, we 5-on-4. They're not bringing any pressures or anything. Typically, he's your best offensive lineman.
Yep.
Okay. Right. Meaning that he has a size, height, weight, speed combination kind of thing, athleticism that you can say, okay, I got the backside for my quarterback. Then we'll crutch the right side guy because he's usually a slower footed guy, more heavier handed. And most teams are right-handed run teams, maybe, he's a guy that can come down and crush on the pin and pull. So the characteristics are a little bit different. Now, you take J.C. Latham. J.C. played right tackle at Alabama.
Yeah.
He goes as a rookie and plays every snap as a left tackle. He made the transition, meaning he was hellified. Okay. He made the transition at the pro level, man.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So when you look at Carroll versus Formby, just look at their feet.
Yeah.
And you wonder why he has a little bit more success in the pass pro than Formby. Formby's kind of top heavy. He got a light base.
Mm-hmm. Really.
Look at Carroll, he got a nice base, but he's twitching. So he's gonna look like a better player until he learns the game, the speed of the game. Whereas Formby might have a little more experience, he can cover those deficits up,
Mm-hmm.
But right now you kind of transition in between the two, and whoever's hot, that's who you got to go with. Okay, that's the difference in my view. It's like Coach Shawn was saying, what your right tackle is, your left tackle is, but that usually the left tackle's guy that's got the build, got the twitch, got the athleticism. Yeah. He's a basketball player. He's a 6'6" Charles Barkley playing power forward.
Facts. That's the best. To me, that's the perfect analogy right there.
Yeah, that's dope.
Karl Malone.
Yep.
So big guy. Jason, what's up, bro?
My guys, what's up?
I see you hit me on Twitch, man. Just a minute ago.
What's up with y'all? How's everybody?
Man, we hanging in there, brother. Yes, sir.
Good, man. We just talking ball, man.
Look, I tell you this too. We was talking about tackles, Jason, and I Coach A, I can tell you this too. Tackle is a lot different in the college level, I can tell you, than it is playing guard. And, tackle, you got to be athletic to play tackle, especially playing left tackle. You got to be, like Coach Al said,
fast.
That basketball player, long arms, because you're going to be on the island. You're going to be out there in space, man, and the way these defensive ends and edges are lining up now, you got to be able to kick step and get out there and get them dudes. Yeah, you got to be able to move and get out there. When you a guard, I've known a lot of coaches to put the kid that can't really move but just strong as hell at guard. He big and strong, and you tough. You got to be tough to play on the inside now. You got to be tough.
Yeah.
And but you got to be athletic to play tackle, man. You can't have,
man. You got to be able to keep up with those speedy edge dudes, man. Those guys are super athletes, man.
Yeah, they coming.
Super athletes. Bro. They all starting to look like they're all getting to where they're like Julius Peppers and stuff, man.
True that.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's the rule, not the exception now to see guys like that.
Yep.
I mean, you gotta fit that. You gotta fit that, man. Hey, Jason, what about that kid y'all flipped from Texas Tech, man?
Yeah,
I'm looking at that, man.
No, I just saw that.
That was huge, man. Then they turn around and got another one the same right after that too. So they got 2 5-stars today.
Oh,
2 5-stars for 27. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm actually gonna be. I'm headed back into the house. I was just at the golf course. Man, I was throwing it down today. Dude, your boy shot a 1 over par. That was the best round I've had in a minute.
Oh, you were shaping the ball, man.
I was working it a little bit today. And it didn't start off that good, but I had 4 birdies on the backside, man. I started hitting it right, so it was good. I needed to get out there in it a little bit, man, and get some time in it out in the weather. It's nice out here, so I was like, man, I'm gonna get over there. But no, man, I'll tell you what, the recruiting it's kind of wild because they were kind of, I mean, last year they had to go heavy portal and stuff like that because they were just trying to replenish and stuff with the receivers and some old line guys, but the line is kind of struggling right now, and you've got freshmen that are contributing, but you've had some injuries again. They've got to get some more depth there. The depth is on the D line, and the depth is great, but bro, you got to have some depth on the other side too, man. It's got to happen. So to me, it's a good sign, and Coach Beatonbow's a good coach, man. But we're gonna have to see with material out. It's worrisome because I think that Michael Hawkins is plenty ready to go, man, and finally got some development. The kid's fast. He can do some stuff, but the concern is that the running game hasn't been good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The stats do bear that out, man.
Yeah,
I was surprised how far down the chart Oklahoma was running the football.
Well, I'm just, as much as I like Coach Arbuckle and his scheme and everything, man, I really wish I'd see more split zone than that inside zone stuff, running right into the teeth of the defense. Because, bro, you running in the teeth of like Auburn's D line. That's where they're good, is in the middle. You know what I mean? Obviously, they got that stud out on the edge too. But to me, that's where all your big boys were, and they just weren't getting a whole lot of push there. So I'd love to see them kind of do a little more on the split zone stuff. Maybe some. I mean, we saw him line up against Michigan. We saw him line up in the I formation. I'd love to see some more of that. Shoot, I hate I'm getting to where I can't stand the RPO anyway, man. I think it's weak. I don't like the RPO. And I think it. Yeah, y'all tell me what you think about this, because to me, it feels like in the RPO, especially if you have guys that aren't on the line, the guys that are on the line don't have a ton of experience. It's a lot for them to handle. It feels like what they need to know what they're doing, and so they can fire off that damn ball. That's the way I feel about it. I mean, it just feels like the RPO stuff. It just turns into 2 or 3 yards, and that's it. You know what I mean? If you get that.
Quarterback plus one.
Yeah.
Quarterback plus one.
Yeah.
I love the plus one. Oh, I love the plus one. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not particularly a fan of the RPO myself, man.
But do you know? Y'all know the point of the RPO? I'm right there with you. But do you know the whole reason why people are doing that? It's all about matchup, man.
It's a numbers game. Yeah.
That's
true.
The reason why I'm not a fan of it is because I feel like sometimes it allows the defense to dictate what type of offense you're going to run.
That's right.
So, like, when you're running RPO offense, like, a lot of times the defense can say, hey, I'm not going to allow you to run the ball. We just saw it in the Oklahoma game. We're a heavy RPO-based team. They said, we're not going to allow you to run the football. We're going to make you live and die by throwing the football. And I know that's kind of like football 101. You want to throw the ball with it, not. But, like, I think, like, sometimes, like, when you're running that RPO heavy, the defense can actually dictate what type of game your offense plays. And if you're weak in that, you're gonna lose that football game. Like, if you don't have the horses to do what they allow.
If that's the way you believe, do you believe Texas, which Sark run RPO, he run some RPO. Do you believe Oklahoma at that time? How can I put it? I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but I think every RPO coach is different. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I think one of the things I've seen from a lot of RPO coaches is, like, in order for it to, like, truly work, you have to have a ton of talent. Like, because if you're deficient in one area, the defense is just going to force you into that. So, like, if you can't run the ball, we're just going to make sure you have all the run reads. You got to find creative ways to run the ball. I think Sark is more creative than Hugh Freeze is in the run game. True.
I think Sark run a lot. I think Sark is more creative in how he sets his plays up than Hugh Freeze is, right? You gotta have
I think Sark's his screen game is immaculate.
Yeah.
What he does with the bubbles and the orbit screens and stuff like that, for sure. But they haven't been running the ball good either.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think the offensive line is good as it's being.
It has
especially on the interior.
With the RPO, Tez, you got to have a quarterback.
Yeah.
That is going to have to, because truthfully, the RPO is nothing but option football.
Option football, right? Yeah, that's it.
With a pass tag,
same principle.
It's a pass, but here's the deal: if he's not getting rid of the football, guess what?
Yeah,
you got a 5-yard penalty, illegal man down.
Yeah,
so that thing has to be so timed up that he has to get the read, get the ride. Put his eyes on who he's reading in the RPO game, and the receiver has to be in the spot so he can get the ball, so the linemen aren't downfield. That's all got to be. So the RPO game is more of a timing thing. So you got a quarterback, that's what he's suited to, like Tua. If that's you true. Get him off of his rhythm, then the offense systemically breaks down. Okay?
That's true.
So you're right into dictating terms to the offense how they play in that respect. Yeah.
My thing is, I feel like with some of the offensive lines, I think some of these offensive lines get to struggling with some of it because it's not readily. You don't know for sure what's going to happen. It's going to be up to the quarterback, and if they're not communicating good, right?
You got to have the pieces. You got to have the pieces to run RPO. A lot of these offensive linemen, man, you got to have the pieces to run that, man. You do. Like Jackson Lloyd's, those kids like that are made for that kind of stuff. Caden, not necessarily in some instances. Caden can move. Don't get me wrong. Screen game, he can move. But normally, you want those offensive linemen that can really get out and move and get
to the next level.
Yeah, But I got a question. Can I ask a question, Brinske, to the panel? Because I wanted to know this. We didn't really get into it last time, And I really want to hear Coach Al, what Tez doing, and me and Brinske talk about it behind the scenes a lot. And Jason, I'd like to know what you guys think about this. Like, we know Kirby, bro. Kirby. What makes Kirby great? Kirby run a lot of simulated pressures, bro. You never know where the 4-man pressure is gonna come from. He gonna have everybody and their mama up there trying to show blitz. He gonna drop D lineman back in coverage. Kirby's not going to let you get a beat on what he's going to do, man, on that side of the ball. We know that. But what I want to know is on our side of the ball, starting with Coach Al. Coach Al, do you believe all crimson glasses off? And I know Coach Al, I ain't got to tell Coach Al that. Oh, nobody on this panel, that. Do you believe our middle linebackers, based off what you've seen for three games, do you believe Deontay Lawson and Justin Jefferson can come downhill and cause a problem for their running game? Do you believe we can get these guys on the other side of the line of scrimmage? Do you believe we're physical enough and ready enough in our defensive front seven to stop these guys? Now, we did a great job last year. We did a great job on them guys last year in Tuscaloosa. Kalen DeBoer's record on the road is not very good. When you look at our last 5-6 road games, it's not very good. Do you guys believe that we're ready in the front seven, especially the middle linebackers, to stop this team, to stop Georgia, and or not stop them? Let me rephrase that. To cause them enough problems to get these guys in some third and longs that we can capitalize on.
Yeah. That's a great question, Coach. Looking at some things, if you look at, I'm gonna approach this from two ways. If you look at the yards per carry, Georgia's running like maybe 4.5 something. We're doing actually 4.3 something.
Right.
Believe it or not. Okay. Mm-hmm. So just the thing is that, I think Georgia's just running to, they ran it 55 times against Tennessee. But here's one thing I would say this might help our linebackers play a little faster is this. We haven't had anybody that would command a double team.
Double team, facts.
You see what I mean? And when your inside guys commanding a double team, that's less trash a linebacker got to work through, so he can just get off because he ain't got an uncovered guard coming up right in his grill, man. You know, and so Tim Keenan, from a chemistry standpoint, can you imagine having to deal with Tim Keenan and James Smith?
Facts.
That's going to be a problem for Georgia to get something established in the run game. I know Tim Keenan going to be on a pitch count, but he's the kind of guy that's going to demand a double team. That's going to help your linebacker. That's what I'm thinking. Because if a linebacker has to think about where he has to go, then no, he's not coming downhill.
Yeah.
But if you got more clear vision, coach, and you don't have a guard coming out on you, because Tim Keenan's eating up that double team, they know James Smith's got to deal with, it's going to free you up a little bit. So they repping that in practice all week. What are you saying? You got to go, you got to go, you got to go, you got to fire.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got an experienced dude like Tim Keenan. The whole chemistry of your defense changes now because you got to die down and just deal it. That's infectious. You know that, man.
Yeah.
So now he's going to challenge you, man. I'm doing all this work. You better get your you-know-what downhill.
That's facts. You got to get down. Yeah.
So that's how we ball. That's how we roll, man. It's on the sideline. That's in the huddle. It's in the film room during the week. In a game like this, very physical practice. John Latham got knocked out of practice because guess what? Practice had to be seriously physical, maybe.
Yeah.
And you can best believe that's the way Kirby's preparing his team, just the way Nick did. In a game like this, practice has got to be really physical. Man,
yeah.
Because of the intensity of the game. And if you don't practice that way, you're going to get your face mashed in.
That's a whole fact.
So
that's facts.
That's the best way I can answer your question, that it's a chemistry thing with defense, with TK3 coming in as a leader, but also on his pitch count, if he could just command double team, that's going to free James Smith up to get the penetration. You know, it's going to change the complexion of how we play defense. My view.
I love it. Tez.
Yeah, man. It's funny you said that they're gonna play physical. Have y'all seen this video of Kirby that Lad McConkey put out where you can hear him at practice from the parking lot across the street?
I can believe that. I haven't seen that video, but I
understand. I did a video when I was in Athens. When I was in Athens about a month and a half ago, and he was out there screaming. You can hear. I mean. He was paying attention to every part of practice, and he was there. Wasn't you could hear him over and man, he was in the middle of their asses, boy.
I would tell you this,
like you can hear construction going on, and then, but you hear him over it, like it's wild.
Yes, so, crazy.
To answer your question, Coach Al, they're gonna be physical.
I would tell you this: if the practice field sound like a freaking library, you ain't getting ready to win the game
at all.
That is very true.
I can promise you that. I can promise you that right now.
To answer your question, though, Coach Shawn,
you got me fired up over here, man.
Love it. I love it, brother.
Ready to go now. Let's go.
I love it, bro. I love it, Coach. I love it.
I think yes and no. I think they had the talent to come downhill. These are very talented linebackers, and a lot like what y'all saying. If Lawson and those boys up front can play in the backfield, it makes that easier. The reason why I say no is like, man, I don't think there's very many teams that's built to withstand that for 60 minutes of football. Believe it or not, the answer to the question that I have, it depends on the offense. If the offense puts you in a position where they can just lean on that, then you're gonna have a long day.
Yeah.
The best chance you have of getting them out of running that is to keep points put on the board, keep drives alive on offense. If you get on offense, start going 3 and out. I don't think it's a team in the country that can just withstand that for 60 minutes of football. So,
as Coach Shawn said, that's a whole fact.
It goes to the offense.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Jason.
It's not complimentary football
at all.
That's the big question right now, right? Yeah. That's the big question right now: is are you guys physical enough? And I mean, we talked about this quite a bit. Well, it was. I just said this to you, Coach Allen, in that DM that you had sent earlier. I was talking back with you on that, and that would be my concern if I'm an Alabama fan right now, is because what we saw when they went up against a physical team in Florida State, and they really hadn't played a team like that since, was concerning. You know, so are they different now? Are they going to bring that physicality that I think you're going to have to bring when you get to Athens on Saturday night? There's just no two ways around.
I don't think Georgia poses that quarterback counter read threat that Florida State will make the linebackers hesitate and
yeah, you're not going to have to look for them in the run game.
Not as much, but you are going to have not as much, I don't think, but I think you're going to have to get physical with them, and they're running the football well. So I mean, you are going to have to. I think that you saw what they did to Tennessee. They just kept on bringing it. They hit that edge and bringing that edge, and I mean, look, it's going to be time for those guys. When you asked the question a minute ago about the linebackers, I think you better damn well be physical, and because you're going to have to. You know they're going to continue to bring the run game at you. So
do what they do.
He's not going to give up on it. That's all he knows. You know,
that's it.
Go look at some of the stuff. I think Tennessee scored on one. Look, kind of Carmen Kloppy cloned to one of our plays last year with Jalen Milroe in the red zone, especially when they get in the red zone. You know, go and look for 12-13 personnel and look for quarterback duo. Just get ready for it. Because we did that again with Milroe, you know, and because it compromises an edge. Because an outside duo is all it is. And to your point, they'll run that with three tight ends. Okay. Now I'm gonna do like this, Coach Shawn. I'm gonna put in 13 personnel and I'm gonna run that outside duo with the quarterback. I'm bringing it all backside tight ends across. So we've got duo up front, and I'm bringing guys across. And I'm overloading that right side. You got a problem because we're +1 already with the quarterback, right?
Somebody did. I think Florida State did that to us in the red zone when they ran over Xavier Mincy. Exactly. I sent the video to
you sent it to me.
Yeah.
So I'm doing this. Okay, I'm doing this. If I got a tight end on the front side of the play, coach.
Yep.
And I got 2 off the back side that I'm bringing. So now in the back end is looking at that front side tight end is either number 1 or number 2.
Facts.
Okay, so now they're gonna read if he's number 2, if he's down blocking, they're gonna read him blocking down, right? And we're bringing the guys from the backside.
Yes.
So they get lost in the sauce and start.
They're gonna get lost in the sauce. Yeah.
Number two. If I'm the guy calling plays, I'm running him on a cross on an over, and you smoked on the backside because you coming downhill and he runs straight past. So we got to be very disciplined with the backside safety read number 2 as well when they line up. And that's coaching, that's scouting, you know, with tendencies and stuff like that. A guy like me will call on you.
And Georgia has the tight ends to do that. I promise you that.
Georgia has the tight ends to do that. That's what I'm saying.
They do, brother.
Our experience in the back end should help us out in that regard.
I hope so, man. What you think, Shawn?
Yeah. So anyway, I had to say that.
That's facts, man.
Yeah, man. I just have to see it for 60 minutes. Just see how they're gonna play, man. I really, it ain't like the guys of the past. Now, if you were saying, oh, we got Reuben Foster, or we got Rolando McClain, or we had those type guys, I'm like, are you really asking me this question?
Facts.
Like, I wouldn't even think about it. It's not something I would even think about.
I won't lie to you, B Sharp. I mean, you know, I ain't, you know, a lot of stuff we don't say on panel. We wait till we get off. But I'll keep it real with y'all, bro. I'm concerned about this game. I have my concerns about this game.
Oh yeah, no, you answered.
It's fair.
I'm concerned, man. You know,
I said that we can possibly lose this game
because
styles make fights.
Styles make fights for sure. Styles make fights, but the one thing we know is that Alabama has some kind of a. I mean, if nothing else, Kirby's got some kind of mental block going on that they hadn't been able to get it done, and I think that doubt could creep in still. I mean, it's been since the '80s since they've beaten Alabama at home.
And mind you, I rather let me make sure I clarify myself so the fans will. When I say I'm concerned about our team, not Georgia. I'd rather play Georgia than play a Florida State type team. I'd rather play this scheme than that one. I think we match up.
Yeah, they know what they're going up against. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, I think we match up well with this type of football. The zone, the pre-snap motion stuff. That's the stuff we don't do well. But from what I've seen from our middle linebackers, I just don't like how they played this year, bro. I don't like how these guys have played. I don't think, and I know we hadn't played a team that's just really punching us in the mouth as far as running backs coming downhill. I'm talking about, sure, duo has killed us. I mean a single backfield running back just coming downhill at us. We really hadn't been ran over like that with that type of offense, but I just don't like what I've seen from our middle linebackers, man. I just really hadn't seen that much physicality. I've seen more physicality from the young guys. And I worry about that. Plus, I don't like how we play on the road for some reason. I don't know what the reasoning is, but we just don't play well under this coach so far on the road. I don't know what it is, man, but we are not the same team. We play away from Bryant Denny for some reason. And this just is not the game to have one of those type fart games. It's just not the game for it. This team hadn't beat us in years. They got a head coach over there that every time he win a national championship, all he hear is, but you didn't beat Bama, So they're going to be amped to play Alabama. This will be Georgia's Super Bowl. Make no damn mistake about it. I don't care what they won. This is the feather in the hat for them.
Sure.
So I hope our team really, really, really understands what.
Do you feel like are you concerned mostly about the physicality, or what are you most concerned about?
I am mostly concerned about how we play on the road. I'm talking about from coaches down to players. It seems like on the road, when stuff go bad, we get pass happy for some reason. We abandon the run game for some reason and go into this pass mode. It's like these coaches, once we get down, they like the hell with the run game. Let's throw it 130 times in one quarter. And we end up going 3 and out, and the other team capitalizes on it. We lose our sync, right? Because our offensive line, any offensive line will tell you they hate pass blocking series after series after series. They want to run block so they can lean on people, right? I just pray. My prayer is this coaching staff, when we face adversity, they don't abandon the running game, man. Just be patient. Learn from Georgia, for God's sakes. They was down 17 points.
They
14,
were
17.
It's 21-7
before you came in.
7
Before you came, my fault.
No, you good. They just did what they do best. They didn't get passy. Ty should not have no 50-something unless they play us like Wisconsin did, unless Kirby's not going to do that. Kirby's not going to stay in single high safety all game long. Kirby going to mix it up. Kirby's going to do a lot of different things to confuse Ty.
I'll tell you what, though, Tennessee moved the ball in the air against them quite easily. I think that if anything that I've seen out of Georgia this year that makes me wonder, like, what's going on,
but Tennessee
their secondary isn't very good.
Right, but Tennessee had the protection for their quarterback. Tennessee, they really did a good job, especially the first half. They protected what's the young man's name that went to Tennessee? Yeah, they protected that man. So if Ty gets protection, hey, I'm all for it. But we'll see.
I think they don't need to abandon the run. I agree with you on that.
And the one thing that I was telling you that before you came in, Georgia just comfortable being uncomfortable a lot. So that type of stuff didn't bother me before the game. But go ahead, Coach. My fault.
No, I was going to say, if you look at team sacks, okay, Georgia and Alabama are tied for 106. Neither team can really show they can pressure the quarterback.
Right.
Okay. So that's a stat I just saw. I was looking at stats today, trying to see. I'm with you, Coach Shawn. This game really bothers me.
Yeah.
And I was really trying to get very analytical, and take the emotions out of the game and say, okay, what are we looking at? Okay. Well, no, stats don't lie. Okay.
Right.
Now, mind you, the stats don't tell the whole story because it don't measure a guy's heart. And we've only got a small sample size. We only play 3 or 4 games. So we really don't know who we are, anybody. This game is going to go a long way to telling who you are, But one stat that was very revealing to me, Coach Shawn, is this. And I mentioned it to Brent and Tez earlier. In the whole series, first team to 30 is undefeated. In this whole Georgia-Alabama series, the first team to 30 is undefeated.
Wow.
Let that sink in.
Wow, and that's telling. That is telling, man.
And so the dichotomy of this thing is this: if you look at Alabama in terms of passing yards, passing proficiency, we're ranked top 10. Georgia passing defense is ranked outside of, I think, top 50. I got stats here, but it's just the opposite. And to Jason's point, Tennessee did leverage that. But if you look at that game, Kirby changed up his coverages in the back end. He went to a 4-man front, but he started robbing and everything like that.
Yeah,
he played a safety over the top, and he was disguising stuff, man. You know what I mean? And so he put in a dime package because he realized his big boys up front was stuffing the run a little bit. They didn't have to worry so much about a 1+ situation with the quarterback running. Okay, I think Kirby did start turning the tide and started getting some wins on defense and getting off the field. We're ranked 109th at third down, getting off the field.
What do we talk about? Third down.
Yeah.
We're ranked 109th getting off the field on third down. And we was talking earlier. You look at Georgia's red zone defense versus ours. If they can keep us kicking field goals, they got us right where they want.
That's a whole fact.
We have got to get explosives to beat these dudes, and get our defensive backs some fear and cause Kirby to loosen up, to get that box lighter.
Yes.
Okay. That's one of the things I think is going to help us. I say it again. Tez and Brinsky heard it. You got to have that second half adjustment, and that second half adjustment is Jam Miller and Kevin Riley in the backfield, and both of them are in the passing game because you can't guard both of them. You're gonna find one linebacker. The ball's gonna find you.
That's a fact.
And I don't care how many bear fronts you run to bring pressure to get on tie, force him to get the ball out of his hand. If we run Texas routes, choice routes, arrow routes with our backs,
arrows,
isolate, and isolating your worst linebacker, that's a big play.
That's a fact.
I don't care what nobody say. So you gotta adjust. It's gonna cause you not to bring pressure. It's that kind of adjustment I want to see from Grubb.
I worry, Coach Al, about no disrespect to the young man, but I worry about Geno Vandermark in the pass game. I worry about him. Just their right side in general, man. They have been, no disrespect, quite bad at times. And this was with less competition, way less competition. So I'm hoping
Jaden's gonna start.
I bet Jaden do start, or at least get him in there. Yeah, man, because third and long is not what we want to be on the road against this team.
No, you do not. I think Jaden starts, or he get the majority of the snaps.
Yeah.
We're gonna learn a lot about ourselves, man, before the end of this game. But I know before we get up out of here, I know Jason, you've been going in on these Auburn fans. Lately, man.
Bro, they don't ever shut up.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell Tez that
they don't ever shut up, bro.
It's not,
bro. Like, hey, this is one of them situations.
At some point, it just seems so little, brother.
I'm an Auburn fan. All of the content that I follow is like my timeline is flooded with Auburn.
And they whining and crying and whining.
No, we've reached the point where I see more Oklahoma people complaining about whining than I see Auburn people even talking about it anymore. Like, we've got a new coach. We had a player die.
You didn't, Tez.
Like,
you didn't.
All of this. I promise you.
Come on, man. No, you gotta stop already.
I've seen more people outside of the Auburn. Like, AJ McCarron and them made a whole video about this.
I don't care. I don't care.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, are they whining?
Here we go with this. I'm not gonna do this with y'all, bro. I'm not gonna get into this. I don't give a shit about the penalties. I don't give a shit. I don't. Look, what do you think they got away with? And they were cheaters.
bro.
Guess what?
I am talking about Texas A&M. Y'all got it.
I just wanted to start with y'all for a minute.
I knew what you was trying to do.
Yeah,
All right, fellas, I gotta get ready for Sooner and y'all can take us out.
You fell for it.
No, man.
I know, man. Brisky always starting up some shit.
Yeah, no,
I know how he rolls, but it's all good, man. I mean, man, all of the Tez, but man, F Auburn, F them trees. We'll see y'all later.
All right, season, man.
Hey, I'm feeling you today, Jason.
Rest in peace to Rudy Johnson, man.
Oh man, wow.
Yeah,
I don't. Yeah, man, that was one of those sad situations, man. Wow, shout out to Van too, man. Y'all brothers over there, man, doing y'all thing over there.
Facts.
But man, yeah, rest in peace to Rudy Johnson, man. That was a sad situation. You can see it come up on the side on my timeline. But I know we talked a lot of Alabama tonight, Tez. I know you want to just get in quickly. Talk about y'all game against Texas A&M, man. Y'all got a big one on the road.
That's a big one. That's a big one, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Ted, before you do,
if
Auburn win that game, they right back on track. Trust
right
me.
Back in it.
Yeah, for sure. Like I think this is like probably if you look around the conference, right? This week right here is the same. This is an important week for everybody, right? Georgia wins that game against y'all. They remove doubt. Y'all win that game. Y'all redeem yourself. Texas A&M wins this game against us. They remove some doubt and shoot like this. It's at that point where it's kind of like it's like moving time in the SEC.
LSU Ole Miss.
Yeah, LSU Ole Miss, which is gonna be my favorite game to watch.
Yeah, I think
the whole.
Tell them why it's your favorite game. Tell them why it's your favorite game.
Because of the whole. If y'all are not keeping up with it, Landry Kiffin, who is Lane Kiffin's daughter, they announced they weeks, and I just think that Lane Kiffin is the pettiest person in the world. like once that came out, like he even said, what was his quote? Rinsky? Like,
he said, "Take the over."
Yeah, take the over. It's like you give like a motivation like this, and it's like, oh man, something special. Either that, or he gonna just never punt and lose the game, or something like that. But you about to get one. Ole Miss, but to the Auburn game, man. Honestly, I think these are two evenly matched teams. We have like kind of the same issues, right? They have a new quarterback that's he looks well. He's hit a lot of big plays. The running game is highly touted. Le'Veon Moss. They have a lot of talent. They haven't been able to stop the run though. On defense, which is really, really surprising. And I don't mean like against. Okay, if you can't stop Notre Dame from running, that's understandable. They have arguably the best running back in the country. But some group of 5 schools were able to just straight gash them up the middle, which is odd for some reason. But so I think it's gonna be, man, it could look a lot like the game we just left out of, to be honest with you. It can look very similar to that, where we have our opportunities down the field, and if we don't make them, we end up suffocating ourselves and losing. Or if we capitalize on the opportunities, we can end this game very quickly. So it's gonna be an interesting one, man. Traditionally, we've done well against Texas A&M, even in Texas A&M. So you have that going for you, but it's gonna be an interesting matchup. I'm looking forward to it for sure. Just in clarity, when I made my picks before the season started, I picked us to go 9-3, and the 3 games I had us losing was Oklahoma, Texas A&M, and Georgia, and then win from there. So you take that for what it's worth. I don't know what I'm gonna pick right now, but
watch how much they play. Watch how much man they play on Auburn. Pay specific attention to watch how Texas A&M coach. Watch how physical they try to be with Auburn's receivers early on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Until you guys quarterback go out and have a 300-yard game, every team in the SEC is gonna play y'all just like that, at least early on. To see your quarterback.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Watch.
Hey, Shawn, you want to hear something funny?
Mm-hmm.
Russian defense, Alabama's ranked 71. Texas A&M ranked 72.
So we can't talk bad about
it,
Texas A&M, and that's terrible. You know what?
Okay.
Texas A&M defense is
was talking about they don't stop the ball.
Okay, man. That just make me feel worse. Good.
You want to hear something else that's funny?
What that?
LSU is ranked behind us in rushing yards per game.
Wow, man.
Believe that. They're like 100 and I don't know, 103rd or some way down there.
They trying to get my boy Nessmeyer high.
Exactly.
Yeah. They just try to pass. But
still, they went to Bryce and beat the brakes off South Carolina. They went to Clemson and beat they ain't saying a whole lot now, but
it's like they just blowed them out. They only won about 7 points.
But they won with a one-dimensional offense.
Yeah.
That scares me to death, bro. That scares me to death. That scared me to death.
That gives me hope for this weekend.
See where Georgia ranks at rushing.
Yeah, I saw where they were ranked in rushing attempts. Rushing per game.
Rushing per game, yeah. Where are they?
They're like 37. They're like 37.
37. Okay, yeah.
Coach Shawn, I got one for you. I don't know if you heard this. This was before you got on, but I'm gonna ask you, who do you think has thrown more passes? Ty Simpson or Gunnar Stockton? And how would you rate them?
I would say in Georgia's games, being at the games that they had, I would probably say Gunnar because of the Tennessee game. Now Ty had one game where he really went out and had to throw it a lot. The other two
40, right? So so Ty Simpson is 64 for 89. And Gunnar Stockton is 63 for 89. They've thrown the exact same amount of passes.
The exact same amount, yeah. I can understand that because that one game Ty threw a lot. Okay, we didn't really have to the other two games. So go on the road and beat that Tennessee team and dig deep like that. You're going to have to come out your bag and do a few things that you're not used. You got to break Tennessee a little bit, on the road like that. And so I can believe it. I can definitely believe it, man. I'm just.
Yeah. Ty's got the 9 touchdowns though.
Yeah. I take Ty's better quarterback to me accurately.
Georgia's ranked 30th, not 37.
In rushing.
30th.
Okay,
cool. Yeah. They're farther down than we thought they were. They averaged 4.51 yards per carry. We averaged 4.32 yards per carry.
So is Alabama the best defense Georgia has faced yet?
Actually, Alabama's total defense is ranked higher than Georgia. Believe it or not.
What about Tennessee?
Tennessee total defense. Tennessee was ranked defense. Give me a second. Total defense. I'll give it to you right here. Okay, Tennessee is ranked. Tennessee is ranked. The total defense, Tennessee. Wow, Tennessee is ranked 85th.
That's after the Georgia game, though, right?
This is after 3 games. This is after 4 games. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
They're ranked 85th. These are recent statistics from the NCAA, and in total defense.
Right.
And when you go back up the board, if you look at us versus Georgia, we're ranked 19th in total defense, and Georgia is ranked where they are. Where? Georgia. Wow. I had this stat down. Georgia is ranked 39th in total defense. Okay. Because they're giving up yards and passing. That Tennessee game kind of skewed their statistics, right? And but I think we're a little bit more explosive in the pass game than Tennessee, frankly. What I haven't seen, Coach Shawn, is just how accurate down the field with the deep ball is Ty. Ty can throw the overs, he can throw the corner routes, he can throw but can we, once we smoke a defense and gotta take the top off the defense, can he throw that deep post, behind the dig that the safety jumps and throw the dig?
Correct.
Can he throw that, and just terrorize the defense? I mean, we hadn't seen that this year.
I tell you this really quickly. Ty's gonna have some opportunities in this game with the way Georgia, how aggressive they are. he's gonna have some opportunity. It's gonna be interesting to see what Grubb do on our first third down. I really want to know that's gonna be. Third down is the key, man. To me, on the road, third down is the key, brother. I want to see what Grubb does on the first third down. It's gonna be stupid loud. I personally think this is gonna be louder than Florida State. They're gonna be haywire at Georgia. Night game, they're gonna be haywire, bro. Night games to me are always way more insane than 2:30 games, no matter who it is. Kirby talked about that.
Hey, I'll let you know. For alcohol. I'll let you guys know. I'll let you know.
You going?
Yeah.
Wait, Coach Al, hold on. You going to the Georgia game?
I'm going to the Georgia game. Man.
Wow, that's crazy.
Oh, you didn't see the group tests early.
I've been on the move so much all day.
Yeah, that's why it's showing. Yeah.
Hey, Coach Al, that's what's up, man.
Yeah,
that's what's up, bro.
I'll be in section 117, row 40.
Man, it's gonna be a nut house in Georgia. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a nut house there, bro.
Yeah, I may go live post game to you on your show, man.
Man, I hope you do.
If you win, I'll go live. We get our face beat in. You won't hear from me, okay?
The post game, it's a 70% chance of rain in Athens too.
Don't say that, man. Dang.
That bodes well for them.
Running that football.
Dang. Well, hurricane coming through, right?
Well, let me ask y'all this though. Like this team, Georgia, has shown. Like, if you look at the game last year, you guys got out to a quick start. Then they just had Tennessee do the same thing, and they were able to win. How important is it for y'all to get out to a quick start? And
they better.
They
better on the road
with this team that wants to play the way that they want to play.
Nobody's better than Kirby Smart in second half adjustments in the country. I don't know nobody that's better than him. That's facts.
Right. And I think it's important.
Where does 70% chance of rain come in the equation?
That's what Paul
pressed the button, man.
I'm looking at the Weather Channel right now. It's 24% chance of rain Saturday.
Hey man, you gonna be there. You gonna let us know more than anything. So my man Paul T just letting him know he just wherever he reading, that's what it said. But we know how these weathermen be lying. That's why I should have been a meteorologist, so I can lie too. I lie to you all day. I look up other people's reports and lie to you.
Yeah, they be off base, man.
You get paid to just lie.
I was wanting to fast track, man. I'm being selfish now.
Base, man.
I want to let everybody know the post-game show will be on Coach Shawn's channel. After the game, we will be on Coach Shawn's channel. That means come in there. I didn't know. I'm just learning that you can share this, share the videos or whatnot. Shout out to Alex. He said he shared the stream 7 times. I don't know how you shared the stream 7 times. How you do? But
you got 7 different social media accounts.
I probably send you a link out.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That makes sense.
I said, let me know so I can share it 7 times.
Yeah, so I definitely appreciate that. So yeah, man, if y'all ever want to share the link out, put the link out there. But definitely we're gonna be on Coach Shawn's channel for the Georgia-Alabama post-game show. Win or lose, we gonna be up there.
So I'll make that link tomorrow, Brinsky. And I'll send it out and so we can promote it. And hopefully, man, all the fellas will tap in. And I need to get Jans. I need to holler at Jans personally, get Jans on.
Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Coach Shawn.
Mm-hmm.
So take this to the bank. Ty's gonna see pressure early.
Facts.
Often.
Facts.
You cannot allow him to settle into the game and start seeing the game and start seeing the field. You got to cloud him up. You got to speed him up.
Yes.
You got to speed him up, because if you don't speed him up and he get comfortable,
getting the rhythm.
Guys, that you got a problem. And Kirby knows that. So I want to see how Grubb counters that. I really want to see how we coached it up so everybody's reading the hots. You know, I really want to see him not get up there and check to another play with that crowd.
Yes.
Early in the game, and we get these false starts, killing drives, putting us behind the chain, because that's something we struggle with. Yeah. It's pre-snap penalties. Georgia had I think they average 3.3 penalties a game. One of the top 5 teams in the country, and they're in Neyland. I've been in Neyland, and they had very few false starts in that game. They played a pretty clean game. Discipline. We can't afford that.
Okay? We cannot afford penalties. You are so right, and that goes back to what I was saying, Coach. Every road game we have, penalties kill us.
Kill us, man.
Penalties, bro.
Yeah,
that's Georgia's secret weapon, man. They well coached and they disciplined. You can't make adjustments the way they do if you're not well coached. Like you just can't. But I saw a comment earlier. I think it was maybe Eric said it, and he was like, he basically wasn't impressed with Gunnar Stockton. I was like, man, don't fall into that trap.
Please.
When's the last time Georgia had a quarterback you was impressed with? It just seems like they so well coached. When you need them, they're always there.
Ty came off the bench and beat Texas, bro. Yeah. I mean, not Ty, Gunnar. I'll never say nothing bad about that kid. That kid come out cold and in a big game and SEC championship and beat Texas, led the charge. I'll never hate on him.
I remember what people said about Carson Beck. We all remember what they said about Stetson Bennett. But every time you needed them guys, every time Georgia needed them guys, they showed up. And that's just
won't catch me hating on him at all.
Yeah, man. Stetson Bennett.
I know for everybody, man, because I know it's getting late, and I just wanted to talk about this game. I said I was going to be on here for an hour and almost on here for 2 hours. How much do I lie? It happens, man. It happens when you have guys come in here, then they start talking about something different, and then be like, oh, yeah, about that. And we go on talking about that. But like I said, everybody, make sure Coach Shawn channel for the post-game show. We will be out there for the post-game show. I will be on his channel for the post-game show, so be on the lookout for that. We'll be sharing that. I'll make sure to let Piano Man know that so he can put it on his show. That's where we're going to be after the game. And just appreciate all y'all coming in here. If you jumped in and you haven't hit that like button, please hit the like button. I think they said we was at 52. Hit it. Can we at least get it to 70? Can we at least get it to 70 likes or whatnot? And like I said, I just learned something new from Alex. And if you know any Alabama fans, share the stream to whoever that you know love Alabama football, just like college football, and like to hear our coaches get a lovely perspective and tell you about this game, deep dive, real analysts telling you deep detail on this, while me and Tez give a fan perspective on this thing. And we can all sit here and learn together. But I'm going to let these brothers shout out their channel, and we're going to get up out of here. Let's get it to at least 70 likes, at least 70, before we get up out of here. Hopefully we can get it there. But
man, what's happening, Tez? Y'all know me. You can find me at It's SEC Season on all platforms, man. Right now, we got the ranking show going every Tuesdays. The most credible ranking source. The most credible ranking source on the internet. And not the ones you see on Twitter, not the other ones they put out. You want to look at these. These are from people who actually watch the football games. So yeah, go over and check it out, man. I like to tell people, check out the channel, look at the content. If you like it. If you love it, subscribe. So there's that, man. Appreciate you guys for having me, man. Appreciate you, B. Shaw, Coach Al. Always a pleasure coaching, man. I'm trying to get my way up there to A&M.
Let me know, brother. I'm here, man.
But I will say, Coach Al, I want to say this, man. When the Georgia game, we can compare notes because I'm going to the Georgia game at Auburn. So after the Georgia Auburn game, we can compare notes.
We can compare notes. That's right. That's right. We can chop it up, man. Just like we always do, brother. You know that? Yeah. Hey, everybody. Look, man, I'm not content creator yet other than hanging out with my brothers, but you can see where to contact me right there. I do have a channel on YouTube called The Negative Free Zone with Coach Al, and the D part is a play on I love JSU. There's a big game in Baton Rouge this weekend with the Jackson State Tigers going down to beat the brakes off the Southern Jaguars.
Facts.
So that don't get enough play in our space, but we need to bring some life to that. That Coach Shawn, there's some real good football being played down there now, man. I was super critical in the past about the quality of the product that we're putting on the field, but I was so proud of our guys when we went into Hattiesburg and played Southern Miss. We rotated 8 or 9 defensive linemen, Coach Shawn, in that heat and did not wilt. They could not run the football against us.
Good stuff, man.
That's telling me that Coach Taylor and TC, those guys are putting it together down there. And if you can tune in to ESPN Plus and watch JSU play football, they play it the way it's supposed to be played. They ain't fancy, they physical, and they just trying to mash your face in and not throw it 50 times a game. They playing football the way it ought to be played. But thanks for indulging me, everybody. And I appreciate the love in the chat. We love you guys, man. It wouldn't be a show without y'all, really. You motivate us and bring you great content, and our brotherhood that you see is strong, man. This iron sharpens iron thing is truly real. And stay free, stay in the zone.
Free.
Coach Al, you see how to get in touch with me. Hit me up. We can talk life. Life is bigger than the game, baby. It's bigger than the game.
Yes, sir. Love that, man. Love Coach Al on here, man. That's why I wanted to hurry up and get home. Love that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Love the OG, man. That stuff is very uplifting for me, man. People go through stuff, bro, and been through things and seen bad things happen to people, man. And it's very refreshing to have someone that you can look to like that, bro. And yeah, man, find that upliftment, man. I think every young man should have that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all just don't know. That's facts, man. So we appreciate you, Coach Al. Not just for the football, bro. Everything you bring to the table, man, is freaking awesome. I love it. I won't miss a session when you on. You know what I'm saying? Thank you to B Shaw for letting me come on late, man. I appreciate you, brother. As always, brother, love you to death. Tez, you already know, man. You're an awesome guy, man. Your channel growing as we knew it would, as we all knew it would.
All you had to do is drop some content. That's all.
Yeah, man. You're a talented brother, man. You're a talented brother, man. Yes. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So I just like talking football, man. That's the only thing I do. We have a good time with these brothers. Shout out to Coach Carl and Piano Man and Ty and Jance and all our crew, man. Those guys are awesome. And shout out, just like Coach Al said, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. You guys are awesome. We got my Alabama A&M Bulldogs got Bethune-Cookman on the road, I believe, this week. Okay. And then next week after that, I think the 4th, we got Jackson State. We got Coach Al alma mater coming up. Here. Yeah, they're coming up.
Oh, y'all got them for Coach Shawn. You see me doing this, right?
We got Mississippi Valley for the 11th. You know what I'm saying?
You be doing this, don't you? You know what that means, right?
You know what I'm saying? Yes, man. So it's gonna be crazy. I'll definitely, if the good Lord see fit, will be out there for that JSU game. Got 2 of my partners trying to get me to come out there next week. I'll be at that for the next 2 games, not this one, but Mississippi Valley and Jackson State. Definitely. So I would not be. Hopefully they'll play opposite times of Bama, and I'll get a chance to see both. I appreciate you, Van. We appreciate Dr. 334, Kimberly, F from OG, everybody that's in here, man. You guys are awesome, bro. And we'll see what happens Saturday, man. Tap in with us Saturday. I'm gonna travel all the fellas on, man, and we either gonna cheer and burp together and love on each other. But damn it, we gonna be mad as hell. One of the two. Either way, we gonna do it together. You know what I'm saying? JMHO Sports Talk on Twitter and YouTube.
And I'm just gonna be quick, everybody. I'm about to say, long as Jackson State and Alabama A&M whoops Alabama State's ass,
we both agree on that.
Good facts.
I'm always happy about that. I don't know if my Golden Tigers can do it this year. I'm not sure. I gotta live through other people, so hopefully they can do it.
Hey, for real though, man. Like y'all, Coach Al talking about like the brand of football they playing at Jackson State, and Coach Shawn talking about how exciting these games are. Like, I don't know if a lot of people in the chat actually tune in to HBCU football. I know some people do, But like the product, man, I can tell you right now that every single game, HBCU game that I've watched this year has been amazing football.
Yeah.
It has not been a bad product, man. Please, if you can, if you see it on TV, tap in, man. Support these HBCUs.
Please.
Man, they putting a good product on the field.
Yes, sir.
And I'll be the first to say it hasn't always been like that.
That's a whole
yes.
Man, it's please tune in and support them.
We got a QB up here at A&M that's an actual prospect. They talking about him. So check him out. Big 6'5" kid. He balling. Sam Shade has really brought a lot of fire up here, man, and these boys balling. So it's a good season, man. You know what I mean? A lot of people be up here. Jackson State gonna bring 50,000 people up here, guaranteed.
We travel,
man. Yep. So
only thing I do know, we still hold the record for y'all homecoming, and we're gonna forever hold that record until we come back up there.
Yeah, that Tuskegee
whoop our ass
crazy.
Y'all ain't have to whoop our ass like that. I ain't never walk out of the game.
Look, I tell Brisky this: when we play Tuskegee, win, lose, or draw, you see the Tuskegee and the A&M fan, because there's a lot of Tuskegee carryover up here. In Huntsville, it's a lot of Tuskegee people work at the campus. So Tuskegee and A&M in our museum are sister schools. Bama State is the common enemy, bro. Kimberly,
I mean, who likes Bama State?
Exactly.
Even Jackson State don't rock with Bama State.
B's.
He said F them B's. I like that.
Hey, Tez, we gonna get on that. I'm sorry, bro.
I like that.
Classic. We're not tailgating with them. No, y'all respect, but no, we're not tailgating with them. Absolutely.
Who's sweat? You ain't sweat.
Look at Susan, Bishop.
Oh man,
unfortunately, they have a pretty nice quarterback prospect as well.
Yeah, I like that kid. Man.
Yeah, they do.
Nice.
They do.
I gotta say,
I gotta call it like I see it, but
I ain't gonna be fanned out. I call it like I see it. I ain't gonna do it. All right. I love football.
I'm gonna tell you, when those games come up, Miss Susan, I'm telling you, you're gonna see that HBCU night, and I'm gonna let it all out. We just gonna have to go at it.
Yeah.
I gotta live through other universities right now. Once upon a time, Tuskegee was doing the damn thing. We may not have it this year, but we may come up there and upset you. I don't know, but only time will tell.
Be sure ask Bama Ball where he go real quick. Say HBCU alum. Where you go, Bama Ball? Oh, there you go. The hill, baby. You already know.
Oh, that's a she, man. That's a
she. Yes. Hey, Bama Ball, I knew I liked you. I knew I liked you, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Creed.
Look at Susan. Look at
Susan. I'm a bulldog. Creed.
I think A&M may have more in-state kids. Get more in-state kids than any other HBCU.
We love you, Susan. You know that.
We love you, Susan.
They never love, girl.
They be getting a lot of folks too, but that could be true too.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
I just know they recruit heavy. Like even when I was coming out of high school, we saw A&M at the school every day.
Yeah. Hey, we got that big old banner in Birmingham. Go Alabama A&M. Start here. Go anywhere, buddy. It's about 50 foot long, right on the top of that building in downtown Birmingham.
And I was really happy when y'all didn't get Birmingham Southern. Because if y'all had got that school, it was gonna
be. They tried to buy that route.
It was not gonna be good.
And Bama State didn't do it. And y'all band got 700 people and they ain't even loud.
And everybody. I'm about to say the last two thumbnails, it's in the description, but Tez did the thumbnails because I absolutely hate doing thumbnails. You can tell when I do it, and you can tell when somebody else do it. Tez did the thumbnails to this. That means it got quality. It got quality.
Cut it.
So if you want some thumbnails done for your channel, he charge a nice price for you. He'll get it done for you. So just letting you, all you content creators out there in the chat, just letting you know. So, and also F them bees, F them trees, F them hedges, F who else can F them all? If you ain't with the Tide, you ain't with Skiggy, you ain't with JSU, cause we ain't with ASU and Alabama A&M. F. And I stand on that.
Help them leave. That is hilarious, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Susan, look at Susan. Susan the rider. I gotta get Susan credit.
The Tigers. Yeah, not the Golden Tigers, but the Auburn Tigers.
I thought she was talking. I thought that was LSU.
LSU. We'll go with that.
Alex, ain't nobody want them raggedy hedges.
We'll definitely catch y'all on Saturday. So make sure y'all be in there. And y'all already know, roll damn tide.
Roll tide.